Hello friends, welcome to Himali Shakti Tantra. I am Nitin Karwal. Today I am back and I am making video on a very important topic. So you have to watch this full video if you want to understand about Tantra and what is not Tantra. Today my student was asking me some questions about Tantra, about Kundalini, about Western sexual practice in the name of Tantra, about their sexual workshops that they are doing in the name of Tantra. I want to I want to give them some light. And one of the lady on my Tantra massage, Kama Sutra massage topic that I make a video, she shared some OSHO content with me, OSHO content on the comment on that video. And I want to give light on some little bit OSHO concept also. What Western people think about the OSHO journey and what is the reality about OSHO, the Rajneesh Osho, the philosopher. So mostly in the Western countries on social media, on the social media platform, in America, in Canada, in Europe, in Asian countries, lots of people do Tantra workshops and Tantra festivals. But in the Western countries, whatever workshop they are doing on the name of Tantra, that is actually the sexual workshops. They do some sexual activities. And first thing I want to mention, I am not judging anyone and I don't saying that is wrong. But what is wrong, I will mention in this video in the name of Tantra. Whatever sexual activity they are doing, that is not wrong. But in the name of Tantra they are doing, that is definitely wrong. First thing. Second thing, I found during my teachings and researching and learning journey, I met lots of people in the world with different countries, different religions and communities. During my teaching journey, I met lots of people, and why they connect with me, because they are suffering from different types of stress, anxiety, trauma, or they want to learn something authentic Tantra practices. That's why they come to me. The same thing happened with other people also. When they are suffering from any kind of a past trauma, past life trauma, past years trauma, relationship trauma, any kind of a trauma, anxiety, stress in their life, they're looking for answer, they're looking for remedy where they can come out from their current issue that they are suffering. Because of they have a loss of desires, they attract by the some fake tantric peoples who offering sexual practices, and they tell them you will heal. First I want to mention, in your life, if you are 30 years old or 35 years old, if you are married or if you were in a relationship, lots of time you had sex, you have done lots of times sexual activities, sexual pleasure, you experience lots of time. Or it could be any other pleasure also, the pleasure of the drugs, the pleasure of the liquor, the pleasure of your cannabis, marijuana, and any kind of a pleasure that you receive to heal yourself through that. But after some time you realized it was not helpful, it was not really helpful for me. Even I am become more worse after that, because sex or any sexual activity cannot give you any kind of a healing, because that is the temporary pleasure, temporary action, temporary movement of your life, and any kind of a temporary thing is changeable, it's change. And every materialistic, whatever it could be, that's why I use the materialistic world, every materialistic pleasure in our life is temporary. So we have to always stay away from any kind of a materialistic pleasure. We have to stay away in our life. And any kind of a materialistic pleasure cannot give us permanent solution of our trauma, of our any kind of a healing. The concept of Kundalini I want to explain in this video again, and related to the Osho. Osho write a one book, Sex to the Superconsciousness, and we have to understand the depth of it first. Sex to the Superconsciousness. Why he mentioned that? There is a very long story behind. I don't want to go in that. Otherwise, video will be so long. I want to give a short example of his thinking about sex to the superconsciousness. And because of this book, lots of people in the world, they start believing sex can take us to the higher self. Because of the wrong concept, they didn't understand the right thing about sex to the superconsciousness. Sex to the superconsciousness is the concept in your body. Your body is a whole universe inside. Your whole journey starts with the sex. The creation starts with the sex. It means your root, your base of energy is sexual energy, creation energy, or grounded energy because of the earth element there. So your journey and attraction start from your sexuality. Opposite sexual gender changes. But when you stuck there, you can't go higher, because all the time whatever energy you create through your emotion, through your emotional experience, whatever energy you create, at the end of for your divine experience that you want to achieve, you release it. And after releasing, the pleasure is over, emotion is over, experience is over. It means your journey is still same. There is no changes. Even you're doing one time, two time, 100 time, 1,000 time. Even with your partner, you think you can enjoy your higher self experience. You cannot. Maybe you can experience better sexual connection with your partner. Nothing more than that. There is no soulful connection you can experience. So also said, through the sex, if you see little higher, so you can reach to the super consciousness. But mostly people stuck in the lower, in the sex only. That's why they are not able to understand the math, the deep thought about sex to the super consciousness. And how sex enter in this. It's all about the misconception and misguiding and misinformations, especially on Google, on social media platforms. There is an ancient practice. I don't mention those things before also because it's a very secret practice. I want to explain so you can understand that. In an ancient time, in a Tantra, there is a Bhairav and Bhairavi practice. Bhairavi means divine feminine. Bhairav means divine masculine. If they are in a relationship, or if they are a partner, or if they are get married, if they want to live their life together, so for them this practice invented, so they can achieve their higher self together, so they will not stuck in the materialistic pleasure only. Because of that, our ancestors, they invented this practice, Bhairav and Bhairavi practice. In the Bhairav and Bhairavi, they need to perform very difficult yoga postures to train their self on a physical level first. Second, they have to perform different kind of a breathing exercises to control their mind and thoughts. Third, the meditation part. Different types of, minimum 10 types of technique and method they use in the meditation. Gazing, mantra chanting, breathing meditation, stillness, fire meditation, water meditation, elemental meditation also they use. I don't think so you heard about it in your life that I'm sharing right now. This kind of a meditation also available in Tantra. So elemental meditation they do with the earth, with the water, with the fire, with the air, with the sky, with the light, with the gazing, with the mantra, with the breath. They do this kind of a technique and method they use. They don't do any kind of a physical touch, any kind of a physical connection. They only perform energetical connection in front of each other. They always maintain 3 feet gap when they are going to perform this. 3 feet gap between physical bodies. There is no physical touch when they are performing this, only energy. and whatever emotion they are creating through their emotions, whatever emotion they are creating through that energy, they uplift. For that, they have to become a master of Vajroli and Sajoli. Sajoli for the practice for feminine to control the semen power, the semen retention power, the Vajroli for the men, Sajoli for the women. They uplift their power upward through the particular practice. It's a very difficult and dangerous also. It's not just to just squeezing and releasing that part. It's just a basic part of it. There is a more advanced practice we add in this and technique we use. Once they become master of their retention power, it means after hours of practice of intimacy physically, their liquid, the semen is not coming out. It means they become power. It means they have a holding power as much as they wanted, because continuously then they can uplift the energy. After releasing the semen, the energy is over, the pleasure is over. It means your journey is still there. They never release the semen. Once they enter in this practice, that is the rules they need to follow, because they choose, now we want only spiritual experience, we don't want any kind of a physical material experience in our life. When you decided, then you are can enter and sex to the super consciousness concept based on it. In a modern time, Osho revealed that in their book, in their concept. The Kundalini, then Kundalini start working inside you. Kundalini in an energetical form inside you, and it rise up with your daily dedicated practice. You need to open your 7 energy centers, energy wheels inside you, the main 7 energy wheels, and it's not a part of any kind of a sexual energy, any kind of a sexual connection. There is no relation. I'm always mentioning there is no any kind of a sexual relation. Sexual relation to enjoy the pleasure together and uplift after that. But 99% people who are learning any kind of a tantric yoga related to the sexual activity, at the end they release. Maybe they don't release at that day, maybe they will release after 1 week, after 1 month. Definitely they will masturbate itself and they will release that stuck energy, because they are not able to focus in their life. Because of that energy you are not able to handle. You can create, but you cannot uplift without particular technique of tantra. That's why they get stressed, addicted, and lots of women and men I found in my life, they are a slave of their sexual energy. They just want to fulfill their sexual energy with multiple men and multiple women day by day, and after some time they start feeling weak physically, mentally, and energetically. So there is no concept of tantra massage. There is no concept of tantra sexual activities. There is no concept. I mentioned Bhairav and Bhairavi practice is a pure spiritual, untouched physical practice. Once they both decided, we enjoyed our materialistic life. Now the time comes to go out from this world, and we don't want to enjoy any kind of a pleasure, not even a food, not even a water, means not any kind of a elemental and sensual pleasure they want to enjoy. Slowly they decided to detach themselves from any kind of a pleasure and comforts. Then they can enter in this kind of a practice. Otherwise they cannot enter. So Osho revealed those secret practice in the world, and world definitely living in a current era, that is the era of lack of knowledge, the era of black energies. That's why they stuck in a sexual pleasure, the pleasure of the senses, and the pleasure of your lower 3 chakras, root, sacral, and solar plex. They never in their whole life, even they can practice 1,000 years, they cannot reach to the higher self. 1,000 years, even if they are releasing their most powerful sexual energy out from the body in a physical form, they cannot, because in your last unlimited life and death circle you're doing the same. In this life also you stuck there. So understand, and please stop going to those peoples to destroy your life, because your life become more hell and traumatic after some time. It is true of your life. So understand, there is no sexual activity in this, only Bhairav and Bhairavi practice. In the Bhairav practice, that is a very secret practice, I will not reveal the method and techniques here. In that only, when they choose then also they can touch their root chakra in a physical form because they are partners. They want to choose together to excite and to uplift. That is secret method that I will not reveal here. Just like OSHO revealed sexual superconsciousness, and people started, okay, Nitin also saying that is the thing because he came from the Himalaya and he also mentioning that. So nothing wrong in keep doing it, keep doing it. I don't want to reveal that. I never teach to anyone till now that kind of a practice, because if I feel that is not, they are not ready, I don't teach. So always remember, your kundalini, your tantra practices or your tantra massage, these are just words until you don't know the truth. Just like you are in a very dark room with the blindfolded also, and you don't know where from we can come out, and you just moving around to touching where is the door. You cannot come out in your whole life. So you have to understand, if you want to come out from your trauma, from your anxiety, from your stress, or if you want to clear all your bad karma because of that you are suffering, you have to choose right path, right teacher, right techniques. And only 1%, if you use your intellectual mind, only 1%, you can understand this person is right or not, this practice is right or not. All, if you use only 1%, only 1%, it means you are not using also 1%. It means you are completely subconscious. You are not conscious about your life. So don't destroy your life and don't waste your most precious thing, time and money. Never waste on those people who just trying to show you temporary pleasure with the feather touching. You know, people, I saw lots of women, you know, they're enjoying with the feather. Oh my God. Just like a small child playing with the toys. But after some time, the feather will not give you pleasure, you know, touching like this and you moving on your face. Oh my God. I really, I really feel, I know, I don't know who invented this, who invent this kind of practices, and they call this is a tantra, this is spiritual practice, you can be divine. You never get in your life respect, love, honor from your partners, from your family. Once you go there, you get little bit respect and you think, oh my God, this is so divine, my life is so divine now. But after some time, after 1 month, after 2 months, after 3 months, you're looking for another teacher. Then another teacher give you different technique, the same method, different technique. You go there, he use you, then go out. Again to the other point, he will use you, then you go out. After 10, 20 years, destroying your life, do you realize, oh my God, I just destroyed. When somebody after coming over, the tantra is sexual, you said, no, you are wrong. Tantra is not sexual. I already destroyed my life because of that sexual activities, because of that lust, because of that greed. So understand, and you have to stop giving money to those peoples. Just shut their doors down and close their shops, the selling shops of tantra. They're selling it just like they're selling food. You have to stop giving money, then they will understand that. Om Kali.